Hello everyone, this is Beastly Eel here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the 6th episode of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Apparently there's going to be 9 episodes total, which I don't remember being the case, but hey, I am not mad about it because I do actually like this series. This episode takes place, it's a wedding episode, sorry, and it's for her friend who she was friends with in high school, and then hasn't really talked much in general. And she invites her to the wedding. Well, Jennifer um, fully gets, dressed up, hulks it up, goes to what I think is like the get together. It's not the rehearsal dinner. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe it is the rehearsal dinner. And she gets there, and the bride is not happy to see She-Hulk there. So she gets kind of pissed off and everything. And so Jennifer turns back into a human, her normal self, I should say, and basically was told she can't be She-Hulk at all during the ceremony or at all this weekend. And her friend is being really, really awful, basically making her do cleanup and stuff like that, which, in my opinion, is just awful. We see that she has to deal with that. She meets a nice guy. She's waiting to see who her groomsman is that she's going to be walking with. And she doesn't find out till the day of the wedding. Like I said, she met this nice guy. She's excited, blah, blah, blah. They, the next day, which is the wedding day, she finds out that her groomsman is a dog, a sickly dog, who's not doing the best. While this is going on, she finds out that Titania is there, and Jennifer is just not happy because she's basically stating, like, the only reason why she's here is because she wants to take out She-Hulk. And the bride is like, I can't believe you are so self-centered that you think that she came here, invited to my wedding, to mess with you. Shockingly, people are surprised to have her think that way. But anyway, we then see that Jennifer's just not happy whatsoever. She gets drunk with this guy who she definitely seems to like. He likes her for her. And then she goes to like the back area, gets told to clean up, which pisses her off, to be honest with you. And that's when Titania pretty much goes there, and the two start to fight. Now, the fight starts off funny because Jennifer's drunk at this point, and she gets punched in the face pretty hard, and she's having trouble turning into the Hulk, mostly due to the fact that she's too drunk to remember how to transform, which I think is hilarious. So we get a little bit of a Bruce in Infinity War, where the Hulk doesn't want to come out, but she's just too drunk to remember how to transform. But anyway, she does, and she beats Titania pretty easily. I mean, this is very much a one-sided fight. Smacks her on the dance floor, and then she slips on something, smacks her face in, and breaks a bunch of her teeth. Titania is not happy and leaves, just aggravated beyond belief, and gets out of there. She then sees the bride, who is very intoxicated and is excited to see that She-Hulk came to my wedding, which I find hilarious. And that's how that part of the episode ends. So in the ending credits scene, no, it's actually at the end, we see that they're trying to come up with a new way to so we enter some sort of scientific research lab, and in it we see a bunch of people in lab coats. We see a message from a username called Hulkling, which is a name of a Marvel character, but we'll get into that a little later. Basically stating that they're going to try something different this time. And what they do is we then see a needle that is much bigger and stronger, or looks stronger, I should say. I shouldn't automatically assume it is. Stronger than the original needle that the wrecking crew tried to stab Jennifer with. So it seems that somebody wants her DNA. Now, that's how that part of the episode ends. Now we're going to talk about the side story. So this side story has to do with the fact that the other lawyer, deals with a superpowered being named Mr. Immortal. He can't die. He's tried multiple times. Cannot. He's been married, I think, 8 times, and the entire part of the episode is basically him. His exes are basically trying to get a cash settlement on him, and he's lived apparently infinite amount of years, and he has untold riches and all that stuff because he's just been around for so long. And so to get away from all his marriages, he kills himself, fakes his death, gets a new identity, and then remarries and falls in love again. And he's been dubbed the name Mr. Immortal. So the concept is basically him trying to resolve his issues when they find out that he's basically frauded them, made very illegal issues come up as well, specifically the ones of faking a death, getting married while still being married, which is a whole nother thing. So they wanted compensation. And it turns out that they had to, they originally were going to divide up his money as many ways as they exist. Well, they got into an argument over who deserved what. So there was an unconventional method that was used, which I thought was kind of cool, that each got what they wanted, not necessarily money, because not all of them wanted money. They wanted one wanted an apology with eye contact, another one wanted cash prize, another one wanted other things as well. And he agreed to all of it, mostly due to the fact that he was in the wrong. But definitely an interesting little side story. I liked it personally. I thought it was funny. Overall, just a good episode. Definitely better than the last episode. Not the best episode, but still showing that She-Hulk is a class of her own. I mean, there's nobody that's really going against her that's really put her on her toes. Titania is like the closest one, and she really didn't do much. So I'm looking forward to seeing who is behind the Hulkling. The Hulkling username. Now, Hulkling is a character that is Bruce Banner's son, I believe. One of his kids in the comics. But anyway, that being said, I don't think that's who it is. I think it's supposed to be a diversion for us to know who exactly who it is. And I think it's the leader. I think the leader is behind it because it's very similar to what we see him do with the communications with Bruce in The Incredible Hulk. And I think we're going to be introduced to him in this series. Probably at the end, as like a cameo. We're not going to actually see him specifically until the end. And the leader is the guy who was Mr. Blue, who then got Bruce's blood kind of into his brain, which then makes his brain bigger, which turns him into the leader, which makes him a super intelligent being. Overall, still unsure of what's going to happen. Obviously, we know that whatever this is, whether it's a research facility, whether it's damage control, whether it's some sort of sword, whoever it is going to be attacking She-Hulk to get her DNA to understand her powers better. Overall, we're going to have to wait and see for the next episodes to come to know exactly what's going to be happening. There's 3 episodes left, so we'll have to wait and see what happens, but I'm actually looking forward to it. I also have no idea where it's going to go, so definitely looking forward to it. That being said, please let me know in the comments below what you thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you wish that something was going to happen? Also, did you like Mr. Immortal? Personally, I thought he was hilarious. Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. Other than that, it's going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a great night.